Hi guys, welcome to my channel. How exciting it is to share news to your friends, family and work colleagues that you have passed your qualification, that you are Chartered Global Management Accountant. Exciting, right? But no one actually sees how much effort it takes. Unslept nights, long evenings, early mornings, studying in break times and etc. When I was a kid, I always strived to pass exams at the maximum mark, to be excellent and get almost distinction. So when I received my second CIMA objective test result, I was actually disappointed in myself because I was just scraping above the surface. By that I mean that I passed actually exam by 2 or 3 points, and it was not good to me. I was ashamed to share with my colleagues, with my friends, with my family. But at that time, financial director told me wise words. He said, pass is a pass. In today's episode, I will share my personal opinion of the hardest and the easiest CIMA exam, as well as sharing my scores across objective tests and case studies. So let's dive in. If you have started your CIMA studies or you have researched it, you will know that CIMA has 3 levels which you need to pass to achieve Chartered Global Management Accountant qualification. Every level has 3 objective tests and 1 case study exam. 3 objective tests you can take in order as you prefer. My order was to start with the hardest one, and hardest for me was actually P papers, and they are management accounting. Then I followed up by E papers, which is more like organizational structure, and F papers were more financial accounting related. And I love financial accounting, so I left it as the last one because I knew that I can pass it very quickly. So, and then you will have case study exam. Case study exam actually covers all 3 papers, P, E and F. Well, you will think, okay, so what is the difference between case study and objective tests? Well, objective tests, you have 90 minutes, 60 multiple choice questions, and they are test based. However, case study exam is 3 hours long, and it's like essay type writing, okay, let's correct, speed writing exercise. You will think 3 hours, I have plenty of time. Well, you might be disappointed. Don't judge book by its cover. It's actually tough. It's tough because you will feel that time just passed so quickly that 3 hours for you will feel like 10 minutes. So there is a couple important tips for case study, but we will cover it in a later point. In my personal opinion, the most hardest level is operational level. And it's not due to fact that objective tests are like challenging. You most likely will fly through objective tests. However, case study is a tripping point. You will need to write essay type answers, which is more in a letter structure, and it's very hard for us, for accountants actually, to write theory in a letter so it gives value, if that makes sense. So this is not the proudest moment, but I actually took operational case study exam 5 times. Yeah, you heard correctly, 5 times. Only with 5th time I actually mastered a key of a success. And thanks to Astranti, I actually understood what was the requirement and how I should approach every single question. I still remember a question about decision trees. From 5 exams, 4 times. 4 times decision trees came up and I was not aware how to answer. However, when I was ready to answer on 5th exam, decision trees didn't came up. So the law might be. So let's look at other levels and other exams. So, in my personal opinion, the most hardest objective test exam belongs to P3, risk management. It was just so challenging, and it's not challenging due to theory and all stuff, but it was more challenging due to the fact that you need to select all that apply. And you will not know if correct answer is 1, 2, 3. So guessing will not work. No. If you will try to guess and you will guess, let's say you will select 3 answers, but there was actually 2 correct, so you were not sure about third one, most likely you will be wrong. So P3 paper was the second exam in all my CIMA journey that I actually was sitting 5 times as well. But I've done it like once I've done one and I failed, I continued to do again. I almost gave up. However, I had very good support from my partner, so he pushed me through and said, never give up. And I managed to pass it, and I think so passed with 106 or 105 points, and that was good for me. 106, 105 points from 150 as a scaled marking. The most easiest exam, of course, it was financial accounting paper, and it was very first paper. I actually earned 115 points, and it's the highest, I think so, marking I've got across all my objective tests. Talking about case study exams, as they're writing an essay type, I'm not the one who would write essays I can think in my mind, I can write on paper, but they will sound possible more a waffle. So point number 1, you cannot write waffle in your exam, unfortunately. That will not get marked. Talking about case study exams, the most quickest exam that I passed was with the first attempt, and it was strategic level exam. If I need to give my advice on strategic case study exam, think like a manager or director of your own company. Think what would be the best for your company in the future. It will work well. I actually was surprised that I passed it with the first time. Looking back in my journey, where operational case study exam took 5 times. So, as you know, case study exams you can sit only 4 times per year. So, passing operational level took me actually more than 1 year, just case study. Objective tests I think so I've done in about 6 months. Case studies took me the longest one. So operational level takes number 1 place in my longest level ever of studying. Management case study, including objective tests, took me 1 year to pass, and strategic level actually I done in 6 months. So that was my record level I passed. Talking about the best result, I've got 96 points in my management case study. Management case study exam I took 2 times and I passed it with second time. Strategic case study exam I passed with just, I think so, above the scraping line, but I'm holding to that saying, pass is a pass. At the end of the day, you can ask for, I think so, script breakdown, or not script breakdown. You can ask for your passing manuscript, or how it's called, I don't know, where you can get results and the dates when you pass them. In summary, if you like financial accounting more than management accounting, you will find that objective tests for F papers will be the easiest ones for you to pass. P papers, which are more management accounting related, might be more challenging. Especially the most brain-picking exam will be P3 exam. Most funniest thing was they were challenging for me, but I actually worked as management accountant. I still found them challenging, even if I knew what I'm doing. The theory is just mind-blowing, yeah. But it's all part of a process of your qualification, so you cannot exclude from your study process. So just wrap up, study well, and you will pass them. The most challenging case study exam, in my personal opinion, it's operational case study exam. And it's not because it's hard for me to write essays or think about it. It's just the way how you need to deliver value by explaining theory to your direct manager via letters based on a scenario provided. And as I mentioned, it took me 5 times to pass it. To get through, I actually used 3 study providers. I started with Kaplan. Kaplan is, by the way, very good for theory, so therefore objective tests and pass that ones, I only used Kaplan. However, for case studies, you need different approach. So I used 2 study providers. One was Astranti, and second one was Viva Tuition. They both are great. Most enjoyable one, which I actually used like 95%, was Astranti. What I used Viva Tuition for, it was more for mock exams. Mock exams gives you practice. So I started to use Astranti. I passed my operational case study with 2nd time, not counting 3rd times when I used Kaplan materials provided. For, please note, case study exam, not objective. I'm talking about case study now. My management level I passed with 2nd time. 1st time management level case study exam was only a couple points away, so it was close of passing. So 2nd time was just fly through, and I passed it very good with, as I mentioned, 96 points. And strategic case exam I passed with 1st time, so I mastered my skills, my writing skills on delivering message and value by end of last level, and I'm actually very proud about myself. So if you have any questions about any of the topics or areas I covered in today's episode, please do not hesitate to ask in comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next episode. Ciao!